We're out visiting Martha Catherine Boone, my grandmother, my dad's mother. And we're still in Louisville, and we just thought we'd come out and talk to her about what it was like growing up in Kentucky and growing up in Hodgenville. I always want to say Hopkinsville. Hodgensville as a Borders. And just a couple of questions about the family history. And I think that's it.
Good. Well, Grandma, when we get the thing rolling here, when were you born?
March 31st, 1970.
March.
Hodgensville? In a hospital?
No. I don't know how my mother ever did that. Had two babies and she never did go to the doctor until she had the baby. Yes.
Oh, you're kidding. So did she know she was going to have twins?
Oh, she said she knew. She was so big she couldn't move. She said, she couldn't get out of the chair. She knew she was carrying two.
Yeah.
But she had no way. Nobody told her.
Did the doctor come and deliver the babies, or
Yeah,
was it?
he came to the house. But I weighed 7 1/4, and my brother weighed 7 3/4.
Oh my
We
gosh.
weighed 15 pounds together.
Wow, that's a lot of weight.
It is a lot of weight.
And then, but I think she had said Howard, my oldest brother, weighed 12 pounds.
Well,
And one baby went off.
well, Joe, your first
Yeah,
was
he
pretty
weighed
big.
15 pounds. And I was in the hospital with him.
But then after that, things changed.
Yeah. Well, the doctor said when he was born, he said, this is a hospital case, but it's too late for him to get to the hospital. We were about 60 miles out. You know, they gave me a super highway then.
Yeah.
And so we just had it.
60 miles out. Wow.
60, I guess 60 miles.
What, from Louisville?
To Hodgenville.
Was that the only hospital?
Yeah, then it was. Then they finally had one in Lebanon where Tommy and Fred and Tina, their Gene were born in Lebanon Hospital. And your dad was born here in Orthopedic. Tina was born in Bardstown.
Bardstown. She was born in Bardstown? I didn't know that.
Flagship Hospital.
Oh, I thought you all were in Louisville when Tina was born.
No, we didn't move over until she was 2 years old. 1956, we moved over.
So you were still on the farm when Tina was
Born.
born. Oh, I
Yeah. Your dad took me to the hospital and walked the floor.
didn't know. So how long does it take to have one of these
Yeah,
babies?
he asked the lady in the other room, he said, does it take everybody this long to have a baby?
Sometimes my dad is. Let's get on with this show.
Yeah. But he really was, he was proud of her. He said Tina's got fun.
Oh, was it? I didn't know that.
We were all praised about Tina. It's wonder she is the person she is.
Well, she's the baby.
Oh, yeah.
Baby family.
But they all love babies. I don't know, people talk about the older ones jealous of the younger ones, and I don't think ours ever were.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, maybe I didn't pay much attention to them, but I don't think they were.
Well, you don't see that now. You know, there's no
Well,
rivalry.
no, I don't think so. Bunch of kids. But their daddy was born December 14, 1911.
December 14th, 1911. That's when he was Frederick. What was his middle name?
Joseph Frederick.
Joseph Frederick Boone. Okay.
Joseph's his granddad. Frederick boy. Joseph Frederick.
What's the Frederick? Where did that come from?
There was an abbot up at the monastery, at the Gethsemane Monastery, you
Yeah.
know, and he was named Father Frederick. He was the abbot. And Mr. Boone went to school up there with Dad, and he always was close to the, you know what I'm saying? That's who he was named after, Father Frederick.
Now, what about your name, Martha Catherine?
I was named after both grandmothers,
Oh, really?
Oh, is that right?
and my brother's named after both grandfathers.
Is that right? And your brother was,
His name's Thomas.
Thomas.
Smith, because my mother's maiden name was Smith, so.
okay, so he was Thomas Smith Borders.
Uh-huh.
And he's the one who was away in World War II.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was over in the Savings Island. When he was in Japan for about a year and a half after the war ended.
Oh, really?
And he said he had to guard a brewery up there.
Brewery. I know what kind of garden he was doing.
He never did very much. That's one thing. The rest of them really have, but Tias never did very much.
So the war ended and Tias didn't come home for for a
No,
year
he
and a
didn't
half.
go, he was old, I guess a year and a half. I can't remember, I know Tommy was 28 months old before he saw me. Of course, Christine was pregnant when he went over there.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they were rough times, I'll tell you. We did a lot of praying then, I'll tell
Bet
you.
you did.
Well, how'd you keep in touch? Like I know when
He
Vince-
wrote, he wrote,
He
he wrote. He'd send me money, he always sent me money when he was over there. Said he wanted me in Copenhagen.
How long did the letters take to get back and forth?
I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks, something like that.
Really?
I don't remember, that's been so long, I don't
Yeah.
remember. But I know I still have some letters up there that he sent me.
Uh-huh.
He sent me some letters one time, he told me to go buy, I don't know, it was a clothes dryer or a TV. He said, no, don't worry about taking this because I want it in Copenhagen.
Did you buy?
Yeah.
You did buy a clothes dryer? Or?
Clothes dryer and bought a TV too.
Oh, you did.
Well, not from that time, but
Yeah.
he bought both of them, sent me money for it.
So he's always kind of looking out after you.
Yeah, he always looked out, although he was terrible when he was growing up. I time I looked at anybody, he had to know all where they were from. Of course, my dad died when I was 13, so I guess he felt like he had to take over.
Yeah.
His dad too.
Old TS. Well, what were your parents like, the Borders?
They were real good people. My dad was just, well, everybody loved him. He was a terrific salesman.
Is that right? What did he sell?
He worked for the Lady Myers Tobacco Company one time, that's Chesterfield cigarettes. He sold Buster Brand shoes, and what else was there? See, then during the Depression, that was the worst thing you could be, was a salesman.
Yeah.
Because so he was without a job, and the last job he had is sold, he works for a works soap company, sold tag soap. But my mother always said the Depression killed him, but I don't know. But he did, he worried a lot. He was out of work a lot, and it's just all that Depression was awful.
What was his name?
Arvin Edward Borders.
Arvin, A-R-V-I-N?
A-R-V-I-N.
Edward Borders. And when was he born?
Birthday's in February something, but I don't know what year it was. Let's see. He died in 1930, and he was 48 years old. So what was it?
1930?
1882.
Must be right, because I think my mother was born in 1884.
Oh, so he's 2 years older than she.
And what was your mother's name?
Elizabeth. And they married when they were real young. She was just 17, so I guess he was just about 19 or 20.
And was she from Hodgensville?
Yeah.
Was she? But she was Catholic.
She was a Catholic, but they lived out in the country then, and they didn't have any church.
Yeah.
And so she never was married in her church, but there's a priest came there, and Father Oatman, they called him, and he some way got her back in the church. And I don't know. She said she didn't know how he did it either. He just says, don't let anybody tell you you're not in the church.
Oh, right.
But they never were married over.
Oh, really?
So then Howard and Edward went to Sunday school with my grandmother Borders. And so when we came along, my brother and I, she says, I'm going to take the twins to church with me. And you're not going to take them to Sunday school.
Because she was Baptist, right?
Yeah, he was Baptist.
Who was the Baptist?
My dad.
Oh, your dad was?
Yeah.
Huh.
And he would take, he wouldn't go himself. I never did know he was going to church.
Oh.
But his mother, my grandmother, Borders, would take Edward and Howard to Sunday school. But Mother wouldn't let her take us.
Hmm.
So she,
What was your mom's last name?
Smith.
Oh, Smith. Okay.
So she just raised us Catholic. But we had, that's all we had church once a month.
Yeah.
And then we had it once every 2 weeks. And they finally had church out there all that. Finally had school out there. They had school out there in Hodgeville.
Catholic school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Now, I think I heard this year that they had to close it. But they've had it for, I guess 25 years.
Wow.
But
When did your mom die?
she died July the 31st. That's the day.
Yeah.
I think I was Joey. 1959.
Oh, so before I was born. And they called her Mama Lizzie,
Yeah.
right? Is that what she wanted to be called?
Yeah, she didn't want to be called Grandma. They called her Mama Lizzie, and then the Edwards children called her Big Mama.
Big Mama.
Big
oh,
Mama.
Yeah.
That's where the Big Daddy comes from old Mike.
That's what they called her, Big Mama.
Big Mama.
But she lived to be 75. Jody was born the 22nd, and for Jody had come home from funeral. Your dad was in Washington. They'd gone to see Joe.
Oh.
And we had called him. He came. He was somebody else with him. Jim Lang, I believe, and they came back from the funeral. Jody did come because Jody was born.
He was living in Washington at the time?
Joe was. He was in the Army.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, Joe was in the Army for 30 years.
Really? Uncle, this is
Uncle Jim.
your...
My dad's older brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was in. He enlisted, and he was in Fort Belvoir.
Oh, yeah. I was there for a while myself.
And he liked it. He got quite a few hours, college hours, when he went there. And when he came back, he got a paper out. He had one child and one on the way. And he said, "How am I want to go to school. How in the world would I do that and make a living for these children?" And I said, "Why don't you get a paper out? Your dad had one,
Yeah,
big
yeah.
band." And he said, "I couldn't make a living on a paper out." I said, "Yeah, I think you can." So he did. He took the paper out and he went to Bellman on the paper out. He had 4 children.
By the time you graduated? Wow.
Yeah, he did.
And your dad went to Bellman. He had 3, I guess, when he graduated.
Mm-hmm.
John, yeah. And they lived right across the street from each other on Gardner Lane.
Yeah, they
That's
could afford a
They
house.
even bought a
on
little house.
Can you believe that?
Paper route.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
So when Mama Lizzie died, was she still living in Hodgensville?
No, she lived to Louisville. She lived to Louisville. All the time we lived in New Haven, she lived in Louisville.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she left Louisville. See, she was there when Joe was born, but I had Joe over at her house. And he was born in 37. And she came up the next year and lived with Evelyn.
Oh, okay.
And Evelyn had tuberculosis.
Oh, I don't know.
She was at Cleveland Hills.
What did Arvin, your dad, do in Hodgensville?
He was salesman.
Oh, still, I'm sorry.
But his father had a grocery store, and his brother had a wholesale grocery place in Elizabethtown. Another one in the insurance. They were all had business their own. None of them,
None of them were farmers.
They were at one time, but not every.
Yeah. What was your grandfather Borders? What was his name?
Thomas.
Thomas. Do you have any idea when he was born?
It's a long time.
I might look up there some papers and find it, but I wouldn't have any idea.
When did he
They
die?
all lived to be in their 80s, all but my dad.
Huh.
One uncle lived to be 93.
Wow.
He died just a couple years ago.
Do you know when he died? Thomas Borders, your grandfather?
I've lived in New Haven then and had 4 or 5 children. I just really don't know, but I guess, let's see, we were up 50. I imagine he died in the 40s, mid-40s. I'm just guessing. He and Grandma both, they didn't die, they died pretty close together. Because I remember going to the funeral and I had children then, and they lived in Knoxville.
Now, when your dad died, you went to go live with your grandma?
No, my grandma came to live with us.
Oh, okay.
See, her husband, my grandfather died August the 25th, and my dad died September the 20th, the same year. So, and they both died suddenly.
Yeah.
So Mom was the only child, so she came to live with us. And I never knew any difference between her and my mother, because at 13 years old,
Yeah.
she never worked out. My mother worked out. She did everything she could to make a living. But my grandmother stayed, took care of us.
Yeah.
Or we took care of her.
Oh, really?
We treated her like she was a baby. She was a sweet thing. She loved her.
But she liked a lot of attention.
Oh yeah, she liked a lot of attention.
So Arvin Edward Borders, your dad, he died the same year as his dad?
No.
No, the other
His father-in-law.
side.
Of his father-in-law, of my grandfather,
Okay.
1930.
Okay, and they were the Smiths. And what were their names?
My grandpa's name was Greenberry Smith.
Greenberry.
Greenberry. You read that, you saw that in that book. You know
Yeah.
his obituary?
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't know who that was.
Which book?
There's a photo op.
I had his obituary that saved over from when he died. Well, what did he have to say in there?
Said he was a good man, hard-working man.
Well preserved.
Yeah.
Well preserved.
Is
He had
that-
a lot of opinions.
Really?
Yeah.
He was something
Greenberry Smith.
else.
Which photo album was that? One of the ones you had out the other night?
That one had the old pictures in it.
Oh, maybe we'll have to get that one down later. And what was Greenberry Smith, his wife? Is her grandmother?
My grandmother named Catherine.
Oh.
I got my name. I don't know what her other name was. They called her Kate. Kate Smith.
Was it Catherine with a K then?
No, C. But they called her Kate.
And they lived in the country.
Yeah, they lived a little piece out in the country, not very far.
Yeah.
But he was a farmer. He was always a farmer.
And he died in 1930.
Mm-hmm.
You know, have any idea when he was born?
It was on that paper.
Yeah, it was.
You want me to go get it?
Maybe in a few minutes. And just one more question. The Borders, Thomas Borders, your grandfather, his wife's name was?
Martha.
Martha.
See, I've named after
Oh,
both
okay.
of Martha's. And they call her Maddie.
Maddie.
Yeah.
Nobody would call Grandma.
Well, no, they didn't say Martha, they said Maddie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you could say ain't bad or Matt.
Ain't that funny?
That's the nickname for Martha.
Yeah.
And I named after both of them, Martha Cat. And I have trouble with that. I have that name, you know, everybody calls me Catherine, but if I sign my name, I must sign it Martha Steve, you know. And, well, like when I go to my exercise out here, aerobic exercise, they'll say Martha. I don't even know who they're talking about.
Diane's got the same problem. They're always calling her Mary instead of Diane.
Well, you know, and I turned around and did the same thing. I said, why in the world should anybody call the middle name? And I turned right around and named Tina Mary Christina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Why I didn't say Christina Marie, I don't know why.
Yeah.
You just don't think.
And everybody calls her Tina.
I guess I was so wore out by that time with her, I didn't.
Couldn't think straight.
That's funny.
You're so proud of her though. It was, see, your granddad had worked up here 4 years, and I was out there with the children. And so when I had the baby, we didn't call him or anything. He was coming home that night anyway on the train.
Yeah.
So Mike met him. He said, well, Dad, you got another girl. So he brought him on up to the hospital. I think Joe brought him on up to the hospital because Daddy didn't have driver's license. He wasn't 15.
Yeah.
But they didn't know they didn't.
Well, it's not
He
much.
could have probably said, I'm Frank Boone's son. They would have done a thing to him out there, you know. But, so I stayed up, we stayed back out there till Tina was 2 years old, 4 years.
And was that on the farm in
I was
Boone
out there on
County?
the farm.
And that was until 1956 you stayed there?
No, I moved up here in '56.
Now,
I had said, see, he kept wanting to, he didn't want to move up here. Frank did. My husband didn't want, oh no, he loved it out there. And see, he worked for the distillery for years, and he had a good job, distillery. And they shut down, the town ran out of water.
Yep.
So he kept thinking water, and they'd open up.
Right.
And he would just go to Louisville and get a job and tide us over, you know, and I could stay out there. Well, he had worked at Emmerich Packing Company years ago, so he went down to, was going up to Emmerich to try to get a job, and he stopped at T.S.'s store. And he said, where you going? He said, I'm going up to Emmerich and see if I can get a job. And T.S. said, just take the hat off, we've got one right here. So he was
Really?
with him 25 years. That's my
Wow.
brother, see.
When did T.S.
Yeah.
open his meat packing business?
After the war.
Well, he came back and just opened it up right after that.
He's always a good business. He had a little cafe down on Jefferson Street. I don't know. I can remember seeing it, but it was a hotel and a cafe.
Yeah.
Then he bought a little place up on Jefferson Street, right next to Leo's Hideaway. You remember Leo's Hideaway?
No.
Fish place. It's a fish
Oh, I remember
place
hearing
on
about
Market
it.
Street, Jefferson Street. And he bought a little building up there, just a real small building. And he had retail meat. thing started in the back of it, a wholesale meeting. So, I don't know, that went on for 2 or 3 years, and then he built, it's a new building behind his old building. That's what's great. Then Urban Renewal took over the building he built, so that's when he bought the one down on Floyd Street.
Where is it on Florida one?
It's, Floyd and Maine. Well, it's right on River Road.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Right back of, right down Main Street down Floyd. I think he's still trying to sell it to the city if he hasn't already sold
Really?
the building.
Hmm.
So that's what they wanted for. They're gonna have a big river.
Is TS retired now?
He just retired.
He
Just,
retired back 2 years ago.
Wow.
He was 74.
He's still living in Louisville, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, they built a new, wish you could see their home.
Really?
They built a new, brand new home.
Is that right?
Next door to the one they lived in.
Oh.
For years and years, yeah.
That's
And
interesting.
flowers, oh, his flowers were just gorgeous.
Tell us about when you and Grandpa Fred met.
Oh, we met at a dance.
And
Uh-huh.
dance?
At a dance. And then, you know, people, you'd be dancing, they break on you. They don't want to do that anymore.
Oh yeah,
No.
they tap
Put
in.
your shoulder
Yeah.
and the right shoulder, you know, break
Uh-huh.
on you. And that trouble I had with my brother, we'd go to a dance and he'd be there, and if I'd be dancing somebody, he thought he had a drink or two, he'd break on me. And then he'd say, well, you know, who do you think you're dancing with? Well, I said, anybody break on me, I don't care, I love to dance. But anyway, Freddie broke on me that night. And I knew who he was, but I had never met him. And he knew who I was, but he never met me. And he had dated somebody else that night, and I had dated somebody else that
Oh,
night.
he
Oh.
dated somebody else?
Okay.
Yeah, but see, we all did that. I mean, you go break on the boys, and break on the girls.
Uh-huh.
And he asked me for a date, and that was the beginning of it. And that was in, let's see, we were in April. And I know Christmas he gave me a radio. So that must have been about August or September. We were married the next April.
Wow.
We didn't go together very long.
Wow. That's quick. When did you get engaged?
I didn't get a ring. I didn't get a ring. But we, for Christmas, that's when we had money, you know. But it was so funny. He had to date this girl that night, and I never did like her anyway, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know when I had a date, I guess I did, because I used to just go out with a bunch of boys and girls, you know, to dance.
Oh, a big group, yeah.
Oh, I'd rather dance than to eat. I always like to dance.
What kind of dancing did you do?
Oh, we did the waltz, and that's when they were doing the Big Apple and the Bunny Hop and all that bit.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time it's just foxtrot waltz,
Mm-hmm.
smooth dancing. Well, the jitterbug, that's a little bit before my time. That was Joe, the dad's time.
Oh,
jitterbug.
really?
Mm-hmm. But after we could do it.
The jitterbug.
And you know, after because we always did go dancing, even after we were married and had half a dozen kids, we go dancing. But my family all loved to dance. I learned to dance. My mother and father taught us to dance.
Really?
They had a player piano,
Oh, how fun.
and we take turns playing that piano, pumping that piano and dancing. You know. I said he taught me all the like bad things: how to play cards, and how to dance.
Oh, that's you, your father? That's
He
funny.
loved to play cards, and I did too.
So now, I've seen your wedding picture before. And wait, you were married in April?
April the 1st.
Oh, it's April Fool's Day.
Well, somebody said, what in the world were you married that April 1st for? And why so early, 7 o'clock in the morning? But it was a mission church,
Uh-huh.
and the priest, that's the only time he would get us. It was on Thursday. You know, he didn't want to come over there in the middle of the week and break
Yeah.
up his day. And then April 1st, then you couldn't get married during Lent. You had to wait till after Lent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, you couldn't get married during Lent. And then after Easter Sunday was that Sunday before, and then we married the next Thursday. And he only had off 2 days, Thursday and Friday, so we just had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we came to Louisville.
Oh, for your honeymoon?
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Well, I never forget, he went to a couple places to get a room in the hotel. he came back and he forgot he had this flower that's scratched in his lapel, you
Yeah.
know, he can take that damn thing off. They know I just got married.
Make a big fuss.
So we stayed at Kentucky Hotel 2 or 3 days.
Uh-huh.
But that's what, and I always said, well, I told Mother I'd be 20 before I married, so I was 21 day and married the next day.
You're kidding. That's
Yeah,
great.
I always told her I wouldn't marry my teens.
Now, how did you get a white wedding dress? Because that was pretty unusual.
We came, Mother came along and got it.
Uh-huh. But not everybody had a white wedding dress then.
Oh, they did then.
Oh,
yeah.
did they?
But very few people see in this church we were married in. It was the first wedding that had been in that church, I guess, 50 or 60 years. Nobody could remember.
Really?
Oh,
Nobody
wow.
could remember when they had a wedding in that church.
Hmm.
And I have a picture up there of the old church now. See, they have a new church. And of course, when none of my friends were Catholic.
Yeah.
We didn't have like they do now, big reception. We just had a big sit-down breakfast. Mother had a lot of his family, not all of them, but some of them. And then our family. And, bitch had fried chicken.
Fried chicken
Yeah.
for breakfast.
Well,
fried
Kentucky
chicken.
Fried Chicken.
Yeah, it was 9 o'clock in the morning. It tasted pretty good.
That's right. Fried chicken was good any time of the day.
Oh,
though.
yeah. We ate up here the other night. The picnic up at the Garden Lane at the American Legion. You know,
Oh,
for the
yeah.
retarded. We had it was chicken. It was the best stuff. It was,
Really, I love good fried chicken.
yeah, it's good.
I haven't had it in a long time.
I get it, but I just go to Colonel Sanders. I don't fry it.
Yeah,
We
I
had
don't
some-
either.
Fried chicken at Po Folks the other night.
I didn't have it. You did.
Oh,
Was that good?
it's okay. It's hot.
That's
Was
good.
it Cajun?
Is it spicy, you mean?
No, it was just hot temperature.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's when it's good.
Yeah.
Chicken that
That's
good
right.
unless it's hot.
That's right.
I think I fried enough chicken. I don't think I'll ever fry anymore.
Well, wasn't that Papa's favorite meal, fried chicken?
Well, it was all the children. They
Oh,
liked it.
really?
I used to fry three chickens every Sunday. Every Sunday, we fry chicken. Even when we do those, when they were all at home, some of them were gone in, but most of them were home. Joe left when he went to the Army, and then he got married before he got out of the Army, so he really wasn't home after Tina was born.
Yeah.
Much. And Michael didn't marry till what year did he marry?
61.
61, and we moved up here in 56, so he was
Mm.
home quite a few years. You know.
Yeah.
And he married 1 year, and Patty the next, Martha the next, and then 2 years Mary Jean. So they just all, just started going.
Like an avalanche.
Yeah.
Pretty soon they were all gone.
They were all, well, Tina married in, I think Tina must have married in 71 or 72. And so they all married within 10 years then.
Yeah. And Fred
Of course,
didn't marry.
Tina was married, Tina married before Fred, that's
Yeah.
right.
Because Tina was what, 18?
She'd been married on her 19th birthday.
On her 19th birthday.
I think Fred said they'd been married 15 years this year.
Wow.
Hmm.
So 76, he was married in 76.
I believe that Dudley said they've been married 15 years.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, 'cause Jason's 14.
That's what Fred said. It's going to be in high school.
He'll be 14. Well, he was 14 in July. But I'd forgotten that Tina married before Fred. Well, then Connie married after that, though, the second time.
Yeah, Tommy married like in 1980 maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, because Fred, my husband, died in 79, and Tommy married next year, I guess, 80 or 81. Yeah, because Debbie said she never did know Daddy.
Right. Yeah, right. I was trying to think. Yeah, that's right. I'd forgotten Papa had died in 79. I was thinking it was 77.
He died the same year Ann graduated from high school.
Right.
Because I remember he was so sick that Sunday I didn't get to go to graduation, and they came by after graduation.
Oh, really?
To see. Because he has so made off of
That's
it.
what John has said.
The wedding picture.
Yeah.
Now tell me, when exactly were you married?
April 1st.
April 1st,
19
1937. No,
1930s.
36.
36.
No, we married in 37. The year of the flood.
Oh,
I
really?
got that wrong.
April 1st, 1937.
37.
I'm getting a little reflection there.
Oh.
Okay.
But we
And
learned
then-
the year of the flood.
Well, you look beautiful.
This picture, this is one really beautiful one too. This one was.
That was in, after the war. Martha is 48. She was the baby then, so what would that be? 48 from 91? 33?
No, couldn't be.
1943.
No, I wouldn't be 43.
Yeah.
It couldn't be 43 in the fourth. I was 37 when I had Tina. 33.
53.
33. 48.
43. 43.
33.
43.
I mean, she's 48, but then that would be in year. She was born in 45. She's born in 1943.
So it was taken around then?
Yeah, about 1943.
Okay. Well, and this is the home you were born in, correct?
In Hodgenville.
In Hodgenville.
Well, it looks like a big house.
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't look that big now to me, but it was. When I was a child, I thought it was big.
Who were out front?
That's my mother and dad and my oldest brother.
Howard? Dressed like a girl.
T.S. and I one time got out the window here and were riding stick horses around
Oh, you're
this
kidding.
porch. And one of the neighbors was going by and she came to the door to my mother and she called my mother Miss Lizzie. She said, Miss Lizzie, I don't want to alarm you, but the twins are out on the roof up there playing stick horses. I don't remember. She said, and she said she went up and coaxed us back in. This room was finished, but this was just the attic. And she said she coaxed us and all. She was offering us everything to get us in, and then when she got us in, she beat the tar out of us.
Now that is.
My great-grandfather, my grandfather, my mother, and my oldest brother.
Okay, so this is Miss Lizzie. So that's Elizabeth
Smith.
Smith Borders.
And Green Smith. And I don't know what his name was. It was Smith, but I don't know what his first name
Oh,
was.
this is Greenberry Smith.
Yeah, and his father.
Okay. And
He
then that
was
was
a
his
happy
dad,
man.
Smith, and he was from Kentucky also.
Yeah.
Was he Catholic or a Baptist?
Yeah, he was a Catholic.
They were. Uh-huh. And that's your oldest brother.
Uh-huh.
And his name was?
His Howard.
That's Howard. Okay. Great. And what's this other one over here?
That's my mother and dad, and that's Howard.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Wow, that doesn't look like her at all.
And she's gotten real heavy then. Mom used to be real heavy when
Yeah.
she was younger.
Uh-huh. Okay, and that was your dad who was the salesman.
Mhm.
And then below that, what's that there?
It's my great-grandmother and my grandfather and my father and Howard, and they're the Borders right there.
So that was great-grandmother Borders.
Uh-huh.
And then
My grandfather
above?
Borders. Up above is my dad.
that's your dad.
He always wore that hat, derby hat.
There's great-grandma Borders. There's your dad who was
Arvin Borders.
Arvin Borders, and then this was
My grandfather, Thomas Borders.
Thomas Borders. And that's Howard.
And that's Howard. He was on all of them. It's the first
So we got
one.
another 4-generation picture.
Well, see, yeah.
Great. Okay. Barry Smith's obituary. And what does it say, Grandma? It says Greensmith dies suddenly, and that's August 25th, 1930. What does it say about him?
It says, down at the bottom, it says, he seemed to be a man of unusual physical strength for his age and showed no signs of mental or physical impairment that often goes with age. The doctor said he had hardening of the arteries. He was a man with a mind of his own who had positive convictions and fixedness of purpose, which traits made him friends who liked and admired him. He spent practically all his time in this section of the county, and his honesty and integrity was known to all who knew him.
Isn't that nice?
How old was he when he died?
He died, he was 70.
70. That's
70.
lived a good long.
So he was
Yeah.
born in 1860. Now, let me ask you this. Do you know, it would have been his father, it would have been your great-grandparents' generation then, because he was your grandfather, right?
Yeah, he was my grandfather.
Do you know what happened with the Civil War? What side they were on, or whether they were involved in that at all? No.
I don't know. My mother
Okay.
could tell you, but I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
I don't, I just wasn't interested. If I've got some older ones in here that... Thank you, Dad.
Well, there's the old dad monster. Here,
That's
let's.
what T.S. brought the ham. for $305 a pound.
Oh, what happened?
Down at the state fair. You know, they raffle off a ham every year and then they give it to charity.
Yeah.
The money, he bought it. His sister Regina. And that's Tommy when he was in the army.
Oh, that's, let me get that picture. Let's see if we can get that.
Can you get it without the glare?
See, I'm getting, yeah, let's see there. That's Tommy. And he was in Vietnam.
He was in Vietnam then.
He was an NP. Right?
Mhm.
What year was he in Vietnam? Do you remember?
That's my dad in the golf tournament.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, this is the famous Nashville golf tournament.
Bobby Goldsboro.
Oh,
This is
that's right.
Right there.
Mike Boone's first time on the golf course. He ran a golf tournament for Kelly Temporary Services, and he told me the story playing golf the other day. He said that he was having trouble breaking into Nashville. Everybody thought he was a Yankee because he was from north of Nashville, and somebody recommended to him that he have a golf tournament to show everybody he was a good old boy, and indeed he did. It was a smashing success and even made the papers.
He sure did. This is their swimming pool when y'all lived in Florida.
Really, was it sort of indoors?
Yeah.
Well, it was screened in.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was nice.
Well, that's nice, Diane.
That's Kathy.
Is that Kathy?
That's Kathy.
It's Diane's sister Catherine.
Yeah.
When she was but a tiny one.
That was her baby.
Oh, and look at this picture here.
We're here.
Yeah, now who is that?
That's my husband, myself, and that's Patty's. My old daughter's three
Oh,
children.
I see. Uh-huh.
That's Beth, Shannon.
Some pictures of some young Boone girls. There's Catherine. There's
I'm gonna remember
there's
this. Grandma.
Diane.
Oh, I think they're cute.
And there's John. Look at that Diane. She's
And this
got
is
that same
This
smile.
is Patrick and Michael and Patrick.
Was that Michael Patrick?
Mm-hmm.
She's got a great smile.
He sure did.
And Michael.
My husband's parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
That's right. And there's Fred over there on the lower right.
Right here.
And there's old Will and Josephine Boone.
Right. And Sister Eloise.
Hmm.
I know when it was made, but it was made out at St. Columba Church when Sister Eloise and Sister Regina were down there, both of them, a long
Oh,
time.
really?
And they went down. I didn't go that day. I was pregnant. I was always pregnant with somebody. I didn't get. We lived up on Bel Air then.
Didn't get to go anywhere, did you?
I didn't know much. Look how good looking he was.
Yeah,
Let me see.
where's Freddie?
Right
Oh yeah,
Uh,
that is a good picture.
What a man. There's
Look at that dark
Grandpa
hair.
Fred.
there. He was good, and he was just as good as he looked. That,
Now, where's this is Joseph Angel, Sister Joseph
that's
Angel.
Joseph Angel. That's Celie and Eddie and Margie and Jeannie, Joy, Joe Bill, Kathy, and Tracy.
And what was Sister Joseph Angel's name?
Bernice.
Bernice.
Is that?
Hold on 1 second.
Look at Sister Eloise looks. Look how young.
Oh,
Look how much
can
she
you
looks
tip it down
like,
a little bit?
Josephine.
Oh, there.
Oh, tip it up. Tip it up.
Up.
Yeah, that's good.
Look how much
Perfect.
Sister Eloise looks like Josephine.
Uh-huh.
And what did they call her? Grandma?
The Mama.
They called her Mama.
Mama. They all called her Mama.
Where's Sister J.A.?
Right here.
Oh, so that we had two nuns in the family, but the third one had yet to become a nun. Oh, she's a beautiful girl, but looks just like her now. Okay.
Yeah, she hasn't changed. And Joe and Mike.
Oh, is that baby Mike?
That's baby Mike.
There he is. in
And
all
I
his
think
glory.
this is cute. That's Joe and Mike. That was during the war. Joe had an army suit. Had bought him her mother bought him the army suit.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that like a little army suit? Look at that.
Oh, he had the bars on there.
Well, I'm trying to get it without getting. Oh, there's good right there. There's young Joe on the right and young Mike on the left. Huh. Okay. She lived in Athensville.
Uh-huh.
Well, look at this family over here.
Yeah. That's all of them but Fred. No, Fred, I'm holding Fred. Tina, all but Tina. I hadn't had Tina then.
Where's Mike?
Handsome dude.
Oh, I see. See that those pictures are so small I can't really get the faces
Yeah.
too well.
This is me when I had, let's see, never both get up, going to have my teeth pulled that day. Oh, Dansonville, over to Hodgenville. Tina was born, I must have been about 40.
You got your picture taken right before?
Yeah, they took it when I flew in.
Okay.
Have none, these are Martha.
Who's this here? Who's that?
That's Patty, my oldest daughter.
Patty looks like
That's when
Diane.
she made her first communion.
She looks like Diane.
No, I think I look more like Martha.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's Martha here. Patty, she crowned the first one in the family.
Yeah.
You know. He said, well, I'll tell you what, you take a better picture from the back end than a lot of people do from the front. I was down there, that's Mike, right there.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
What a cute.
Oh, yeah, looks like him.
Yeah. I was down there straightening them out, getting a picture made. That was made in Virginia. We went up there to see him. That's 1959. And he's just going to get married this next month. Did you get that?
Joe.
Family, huh?
Look how straight my dad is standing.
Yeah, look at the burr haircut.
I know.
Tommy had. Pretty. Tina must have been she was born in 54. But it must have been about 1961 or something. She must have been about 5.
Probably right before your parents got married, Diane. You were around then. You were sick, but that's your second grade picture?
Uh-huh. And this is my brother.
Okay, so there you are. You're right next to each other there, huh?
Uh-huh.
There are the twins. Oh, you were taller than T.S.?
Yeah, I was always bigger than him.
Huh.
When we started to going to picture shows out there, you could get in for 15 cents if you were under 12, under 13. Well, we were 13, and everybody knew we were 13. And I'd go in, Mr. Hargan would say, how old are you? And I'd say 13. Well, you have to pay a quarter. Tess would go in right behind me. Say, Tess, how old are you? 12. Got in for 15 cents.
What school was that you went to for elementary school?
Hodgenville.
Hodgenville.
Grade and high school.
Mhm.
So he fibs if you get in.
Now this is Freddie and his old girlfriend, my husband, his
Oh,
old
you
girlfriend.
saved that picture.
That's out loud.
Well, he doesn't look very happy.
Well, that's probably why you never married her.
That's Barbara Ann. That ain't Celia, no girl.
Why don't we just walk into the living room and just show us those
Okay.
Those couple of-
on the steps. And
Okay.
Them up. Or you can carry them up far if you don't mind.
No,
I will.
Lay them up on the TV up there. Or the
Okay.
What a woman. What a wife. Look at her right there. Look at how pretty she looks. Isn't she something? I'll tell you.
I wish you
This is your father.
was a young man.
And okay.
Where's he? You know, he was
And that's wait, I gotta get this straight now. So he is
Arvin Ford.
Arvin Borders.
Yeah.
Okay. And this
Smith Borders.
Elizabeth Smith Borders.
Now that was taken when she was about 70, I guess.
Looking very stylish.
She always wore a hat.
Did
Loved
she?
hat.
It's a great picture. Okay, great. Now we've totally destroyed your apartment.
No, we can put them back.
And this is Grandpa Fred right over here.
Right, and my sister-in-law painted that
Did she really?
off of a snapshot.
Wow, it's a beautiful picture.
T.S.'s wife, my brother.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't take anything to that. That's my pride and joy there.
That's beautiful.
That and my baby picture upstairs. You should get one of that.
You should, Glenn, if you can.
Okay, we'll go upstairs in a sec. And then this one over here is interesting. This is
That's
this
old
ma-
homestead.
this is Josephine Boone and Will Boone's place that they moved into right after they got back from Alabama and lived there. It's in LaRue County,
Uh-huh.
right near the Rolling Fork River.
Uh-huh.
So I'm getting good at this old family stuff here.
Yeah, and they lived there, I guess, I don't know how long they had 5 children when they moved down to Wait.
I've seen a picture of it though from a family reunion, and that's a pretty darn good painting
Now, my
of what it
sister-in-law
actually
did
looked
that,
like.
too.
Did she?
Yeah, she did that off of a snapshot.
That's T.S.'s wife, huh?
Uh-huh. Yes.
She's still around, right?
Oh, yeah, she ought to see her at home.
Boy, she's talented.
She really is talented.
Look at that. Well, here, that's you and T.S., huh?
Uh-huh.
Wow. So you're on the left
Left.
as we look at it. This is my David Letterman effect, where I'm kind of walking and the camera's bouncing and.
Grandma, did you ever watch David Letterman?
That's all right.
Isn't he funny?
Yeah. I don't usually stay.
Okay, Diane, why don't you come on out here? All right, you two. Oh, that's good. That's a good ending. All right, you two. Listen, Grandma, thank you very much for giving us the time
Well,
and the memories.
Okay.
It will. It's going to be excellent. And thank you very much. And we will definitely send you a copy.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.